Hi, this is Gwyn from Northamptonshire Carers. I'm just going to show you how our online referral forms work. So I'm here on our homepage, northamptonshire-carers.org. Scroll down to these three boxes here. We've got a self-referral form, a professional, and a couple of professional referral forms. They all go by the same sort of theory, really. So we're going to go show the professional referral form. One thing we would say, if you're a family member making a referral on behalf of a loved one, and assuming you have their consent, please use the professional form and just pop your details in instead of professional's title and there. Okay, so we've got the main form here for adult carers, and then there's a separate form for young carers. So um, sort of under 18 because it was quite a bit more information, but the main adult form is here. So you click on the button there. A simple form fills up and it's then should be fairly self-explanatory. If you notice here, these red boxes are mandatory and the grey boxes are optional. So I was going to put a fictional person in here. So if you do have the postcode, then that's always useful. But contact number in here so we can contact them. Okay, and if they don't have a mobile number, that's fine. I'll just this person, I'm just going to repeat the same number in there. If you have an email address, that's great. That's a great way for us to then make contact, but appreciate not everyone does have that. If you know date of birth, ethnicity, then that's always useful here. If you're from an NHS provider, then pop the NHS number in there. If you're county council, then the Care First ID or the Eclipse ID if you've moved over to that system. Data referral, I'm going to pop in today's dates, calendar pops up. Details about the cared for person. This is always useful for us as that helps us match with our teams and workers within the organisation. So we have separate people who would work with carers of a child with a disability. Equally, we've got specialist teams who are working with carers of a loved one with dementia. So if you do have this information, it is great to pop in as much as you can. If not, the only one which we put as mandatory is the town, just so that we can sort of marry people up on a locality basis. Okay, carers' relationship to dependents. We'll say this is husband. Again, these are optional if you've got it, it's really useful. We do ask for a few details about the disability of the cared for person. Again, we're not looking for war and peace here, just a brief summary. So I'm going to put here vascular dementia. Nope. Just a little bit of detail about the condition of cared for person. Again, that's allowing us to match us up with the person. I think just get an idea of the sort of caring situation as well. But yeah, we don't expect a huge amount of detail in there from you. If they do care for a second person, then you can add the details in here. Obviously, if they don't, then leave it blank. It's largely repeated from above. Um, Now, sometimes we do have referrals where somebody is caring for more than two people. So it might be a parent caring for maybe a child with a learning disability, also caring for a spouse with a mental health condition, plus an elderly parent with their own conditions as well. To save the form getting longer and longer and longer by adding more and more of these fields, if they care for more than two, just add a summary in there, and then we'll make contact with the carer and make sure everything gets filled out correctly at our end. This is the bit where you put your details in, so I'm going to put my details in here. Obviously, do the same for yourself. Okay, so this is probably one of the most important boxes on the form, and this is where it's good to get a good understanding of the situation. Again, we're not looking for war and peace here. It's a free text box. You can make it bigger if you want. This is using the Edge browser. If you use Chrome, it works pretty much the same way. You can expand that box. And just a summary of the situation. So I'm not going to type in here because, as you can see, I'm very slow at typing. But just for example, Mr. Jones cares for his father with vascular dementia. Part of this caring role involves X, Y, Z, and most importantly for us is what the carer is. You think the carer is needing from us. So it might be needs access to somebody to talk to, needs requiring a carer's assessment, needing access to a group. If there's any areas of risk there that we need to know or priority, then please put it in here as well. We do then have also a box here, is there an immediate risk for care breakdown? This is simply a yes/no option, and that is simply so we can prioritize who we call first. Now, typically we call most carers within a couple of days of a referral. However, obviously, if that is selected as yes, then they'll go to the top of the pile for a call. Statement here about data protection. So we do work on the assumption that you have got the consent from the carer before making a referral. So please ensure you've done that. So then it's a case of then yes to the consent, date consent. So I'm saying here that maybe consent was gained yesterday. So I had a meeting with a carer, got consent yesterday, and I'm actually only getting around to making the referral today, and then press send. And its internet's wearing away. You can see that's done. One thing we are looking to improve is to get a sort of bigger button, bigger badge to say that thank you for your referral. It does say here, thank you for the care referral. We'll be in contact soon. If you see that, then assume we've got it. That's absolutely fine. We are looking at putting through the receipts and things, adding to the system. They're not there just yet. If you get an error message come up, there's normally two reasons for that. It's either that one of these red boxes hasn't got any data in, so it's worth just having a quick double check if that's the case. And one thing I will point out is when you do press send, so this one here has been received, it does bring you back to a blank form. So if you're referring somebody else, then feel free to do it straight away. But don't worry just because you've got a blank form that things have been deleted. It has been accepted. So yeah, the two reasons why people sometimes get an error message is either a red force field hasn't been completed, so just have a scan down to see if there's anything missed, or sometimes, depending on your IT systems, if you're using, normally found out it's very old browsers tend to be the thing, or there's firewalls within your organization that are preventing it. But if that is the case, hopefully it's very rare, then drop us a line and we'll see what we can do. But it tends to be what we found in our experience is red field isn't filled in, or there's a sort of system compatibility thing generally at your end, unfortunately, but we can always happy to take a look. That's it really, nice and simple. Hopefully any queries, questions, feel free to get in contact, either give us a call or drop us an email at carers at northamptonshire-carers.org. So yeah, thank you.